Trading has closed on May 16th, 2023. As always, we'll do our disclaimer. We'll go over our calls and we'll make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Wednesday, the 17th of May, 2023. Please trade at your own risk. I can be completely wrong. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow should have the early high. We had two targets. A higher one, 41.41.26, that hasn't printed yet, and a lower one, 41.18.76. I said if we didn't gap smartly, I look for each of these to print by early Wednesday at the latest. We did gap smartly. That took this one off the table in terms of time, but not in terms of price. Still has early tomorrow to print within its preferred time frame, but because we gapped down, that might not happen. The lower target, 41.18.76, did print. It isn't just a target, it's also support, and support broke late. During the day, MEJT said ultimately lower price it would print, and ultimately we had to go lower than this low. Didn't call the next move, didn't stop going higher first, but ultimately that did work. We got a sell signal from MEJT in the afternoon. Didn't have to go down as much as we did, but that didn't mean that you wouldn't. We've still been consolidating an extremely narrow range. This is like 2 weeks of trading just about within the range of this bar. And I would caution people against over trading in markets like this. The rewards just aren't what they are when you're right, and when you're wrong, it's no fun. Well, we consolidated all day. Right at the last 15 minutes, we had a wall into the close. I've made my opinions about walls clear many times. I think it's panic selling by amateurs, and if that is what it is, but you don't know for sure, but if it is what it is, you'll gap up smartly tomorrow, reverse this drop, because the only one who's going to go long when people are selling with abandon at any price are people who have to take the other side of the trade, the professionals, and they tend to get their money back and a lot more very quickly. So if this is panic selling, we should gap up. And don't forget, we have till early tomorrow to get the 41.41.26 target. It looks pretty far away in terms of points, but it really isn't. If we gap up here, I don't think that's out of reach. Doesn't mean you will gap up here, but if you do, I look for that to print. Tomorrow's pattern has really high. We could still gap down. The 41.41.26 target has till early in the day to print in its preferred time frame, but because today started with a large gap down, that may not happen. That being said, the late timing of the break lower and the wall into the close often are followed by gapping up smartly the next day, and if we gap up high enough, I wouldn't rule that price target out. So it's the pattern with the early high likelihood we gap up, and if we gap up over this whole thing, that kind of marks it as a false move, and look for the people who were forced to go long to get their money back and a lot more, putting this number 41.41.26 into play. And that's today's call.